there's a very strong drive from the TVET. Not too long ago, the president was marking the 100 years of the TVET program in Kenya at Kabete. And it shows that this segment is going to become very critical in preparing a lot of skilled workers across the country who are going to take up assignments both here and also in other parts of the country. So we want to tell the people there that Rome was not built in a day, but it takes brick after brick after brick to build the kind of team that we are having here today, and the many others who are also being prepared for other areas. But it requires all of us working together holistically and being able to move forward. So we must continue to skill our young men and women. The second point I just want to emphasize is that to travel, you have to be processed. And I really thank the Immigration Department, Bitok and his team again, for making sure that you are facilitated so that you can move and be able to get to where you want to get. Sometimes there's a lot of talk out there that people are being obstructed, people are not. But did you hear what he said? He said there are 110,000 passports lying with the immigration. Why are they there? You applied for your passport. Go and get it. So sometimes there's also a message that nothing seems to be working in government. But on the other hand, you can see that work is done, but people don't reach out to go and pick the document or service they required. So the 110,000 people, please go and pick up your passports so that you can move to your next stage in what you want to do, rather than continuing to delay. We want to have a good legal framework. Right now, the government of Kenya is involved in negotiating a lot of bilateral labor agreements. But as we negotiate those, we also want to improve the legal environment around it. Next month, the government of Kenya is going to sign with the government of Germany a bilateral labor agreement, because Germany is looking in the medium term or medium to short term, they're looking for close to 250,000 skilled workers in different sectors. So we must prepare as Kenya so that we can take advantage of that. And Kenya is at the forefront. This is going to be signed, and believe you me, it is going to be the first such bilateral labor agreement that Germany is signing with any country, and more so in Africa. So Kenya is going to take the lead in this. And here we want to commend the Department of Diaspora. They've been pushing this agenda very, very aggressively, working with my brother Nganga's ministry, the labor ministry. So things are happening. Things are happening to be able to get opportunities for Kenyans. But remember, the bulk of the jobs will still have to be here in Kenya. We are alive to that. We are taking advantage of the opportunities that come beyond our borders, but the bulk of the jobs will obviously have to be created here in Kenya. And we are aware of this, and that is why when we talk about the need to have a stable nation, a peaceful nation, don't take it for granted. Because that is the environment that generates jobs. A state of conflict will not generate jobs. A state in conflict will not generate jobs. It has to be a peaceful nation. We are also facing challenges in places like Lebanon. We have close to 26,000 Kenyans in that area. The temperatures are heating. Conflict is mounting. They had gone there to work. But you can see, and we pray that the conflict does not escalate, it goes down. You can see that if the conflict escalates, there's a possibility that 26,000 Kenyans who are earning as resources for themselves and for their families could be out of employment. So there's every reason for us to know why peace must be the anchor of what we do. If it gets worse, the challenge is that we will have to figure out how to save as many Kenyans and evacuate them from that place because of conflict. I want you young people to know that we had to evacuate people from Sudan. We send you out there. Please become our ambassadors. Help us to convey this message that peace is going to be the anchor for all we do, even here. How many young men and women have lost their jobs because the factory they were working in was looted, or the machinery that was being used to manufacture certain things have been damaged because of the riots? These are the consequences of that kind of approach. This thing can be quite serious if we push it too far. You have made a point. The point has been received by the government, by the president. Now, let us go beyond that and let us deal with the actions so that we can be okay. Finally, please respect the laws of where you go. Respect the laws. If you have to obey the laws to work well, obey the laws in that country. Don't go to another country and assume that what you do here, you can do in another country and you get away with it. Please, live by the rule of the law. You are 350, others will go. We don't want to hear that a young man or a young lady was being arrested because of being drunk and disorderly, or was arrested because they got involved in some awkward activities. They got involved in some illegal trafficking of maybe some drugs, and in the process you ruin the reputation for everybody else. And then when you are arrested and you are put there, we are left with a situation where now we have to start struggling on how to assist you. Don't put Kenya in that situation. Lead by example so that more and more young men and women can get opportunities. That discipline that was mentioned here as you go. Be very disciplined, focused, and respect the rule of law in those areas. So I want to take this opportunity to now formally say that we have the honor, all of us here, my colleagues, to send you off to the United Kingdom of England, Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland so that you can start a long and successful journey for your career. Pongezi for those who have qualified, And we look forward for you not just imparting skills there, but also bringing back some of those skills so that you can also grow our agriculture, because it is agriculture that will generate the largest number of jobs for Kenyans through the value chain if we are focused, and I believe we are. So God bless you. I am privileged to be here for this momentous occasion when we are sending off 350 beneficiaries of the Mkulima Majuu program to work in the United Kingdom. Let us congratulate these young men and women for securing a unique and invaluable opportunity to work in the UK's agricultural sector. The government has facilitated their travel through the Youth Fund, as you have heard. These beneficiaries stand on the threshold of a journey to transform their lives while making an impact on the development of the host country and our beloved nation. I wish to extend my sincere gratitude to His Excellency President William Ruto for sowing the seed of this great initiative that is being implemented by the State Department for Diaspora Affairs, together with all the departments that have stood forward here today. To PS Njogu, you are leading this initiative with passion. You have established powerful collaboration with other state departments, agencies, and training institutions that have contributed to the success of this program. This collaboration is critical to addressing the pressing issue of creating quality jobs for our youth in line with our government's bottom-up economic transformation agenda. We are also making an important contribution to the global commitment to eradicating all forms of poverty in accordance with the 2030 United Nations Agenda for Sustainable Development. Creating jobs for our youth across all sectors and regions will expand opportunities to reduce poverty and improve equity. The Mkulima Majuu program is structured to facilitate employment of seasonal agricultural workers abroad. It has connected Kenyan youth to seasonal agricultural work opportunities in the UK. Through the Youth Fund, the diaspora farmers receive government support to cover their travel costs. This incentive has increased the uptake of the program. I am delighted to note that this program will start off on a pilot basis, which started off on a pilot basis in July 2023, with a few collaborating technical and vocational training institutions, has expanded to 13 institutions. The program has been a catalyst for transforming the lives of young Kenyans, fostering skills development and transfer, as well as creating meaningful employment opportunities. The future prospects hold a promise for increased opportunities for Kenyans. To you, the beneficiaries, I assure you that the government has prioritized the protection of the rights and welfare of Kenyans abroad. We shall endeavor to facilitate you with consular services. Let me also challenge you to remember to contribute to our nation building by saving and investing back home. This will enable you to grow and touch the lives of needy Kenyans. You will also be ambassadors of our country. Through hard work and strong work ethics, you will market our nation's rich talent of resilience, well-educated, polite, and entrepreneurial spirit. I once again take this opportunity to say hongera to you as you embark on this remarkable journey to work in UK farms. You are opening a new chapter in your life, so carry with you the spirit of determination and excellence that defines our country. Congratulations and best wishes for a fruitful and rewarding experience abroad.